Hey everyone, I hope that everybody has been able to find ways to stay happy and healthy and also motivated to finish the semester. I know it can be a little confusing and hard to transition to an online course, especially in the middle of a semester. These videos I plan to publish once each week, and they're meant to keep you motivated throughout the course, but also replace our face-to-face sessions. They're going to be valuable for you because I'll be able to remind you of when you have things due, if you have a quiz or an exam, and also provide you with some information I think would be helpful on the test, whether it's going over some key concepts or if it's just providing you with study tips to help you do well on the exam. So I actually have sent out a link to everyone about the online Zoom sessions. They're going to be 2 days a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2 p.m. So if you didn't receive that email, or if for some reason at the time of the meeting you have trouble joining, just let me know. I will be checking my email regularly for you guys to make sure you have all of the material and support that you need. So I would like to begin by reminding you that you do have an exam on March 31st. This will cover Chapter 5, 6, 7, and 15, so this is all of the material since your last exam, and it does include all of the information that Dr. Temple has posted within the last week or two of being online. So if you haven't had a chance to look at that, please do, because some of the information will be on the test. I would also like to remind everyone that your course goes until April 14th, and that is also the last day for official SI sessions. So if you need any help or supplemental material, please try to let me know before that date. I'm willing to help you afterwards, but I can't promise that I will be available when you need me. And with that said, your final exam is actually scheduled for the next week, Tuesday, April 21st at 8 a.m. So make sure you are constantly checking the website and using any materials that Dr. Temple posts online. They will be very helpful for you. The next thing I'd like to talk about are key concepts related to your next exam. This is a document that Dr. Temple has published online, so it is available to everyone. I would suggest that you go through it, make sure you understand and can define and describe each of the terms listed in this document. All of the terms come from chapters 5, 6, 7, and 15, which will be on your exam. So starting out, we have central dogma, so understand DNA, RNA, protein, how they are related to each other. Experiments, revisit them. Understand the purpose of each, how they were conducted, and the conclusions that each researcher made. Go back to Watson and Crick's research so you can describe the structure of DNA. Understand that there are 5' and 3' ends, so what the differences are and why that's significant. Be able to describe chromosomes, so the histones and nucleosomes involved, and also the process of exon activation. Know DNA replication. Be able to list all the enzymes and their functions. Understand DNA is semi-conservative. Be able to explain the leading and lagging strands, and also the Okazaki fragments. Be able to reproduce the numbers regarding the proofreading and mismatch repair of DNA. Know mutations, mutagens, mutation rate, what they are and how they're related. Be able to compare DNA and RNA. Be able to list out the steps of transcription processes. Describe the different types of RNA. Describe RNA processing and how it's different in eukaryotes and prokaryotes. Describe the characteristics of the genetic code, and also list out the steps of the process of translation. Now with translation, it's important you refer to each role of different types of RNA and also explain the different phases and what happens in each. Be able to describe amino acid activation, the difference between codons and anticodons, what happens during post-translational processing, what mutations are, and some examples. Protein sorting, so how signal sequences are involved and the different roles of signal sequences at different locations in the cell. Be able to describe the endomembrane system, its parts, and how it undergoes exo and endocytosis. Also, revisit the formation of vesicles and how clathrin is involved in that process. Understand the snare mechanism, glycosylation, secretory pathways, endocytic pathways, and also lysosomes, how they function inside of the cell. So the next thing I'd like to talk about are some study tips. These are either things that I have done or people I know have done, and they find it very useful. So the first thing is write out all of the terms that could possibly be on the test. So you can even use Dr. Temple's review instead of writing them all out yourself. Now take that list and try to define every term on the list. Try to write out all the processes, explain what happens, and why it's significant. So this will force you to try to reproduce the information on your own like you would on a test. Once you've done that, then revisit your notes, the textbook, and the PowerPoints and see if the information matches. See if there's anything missing, see if there's anything unclear or is not thoroughly written out. Using that information, you can study a little bit more and then repeat the process. That way you'll be able to reproduce the information, learn it better, and really just get a deeper understanding of it, and also be a little bit more confident in your abilities. So, if you prefer a different way, another thing that's helpful is searching for online quizzes. This can be true or false, multiple choice, short answer, whichever you prefer. One thing I would like to note is for true or false, what's really helpful is if you have a question and you know it's false, see if you can think of a way to change it that would make it true. And then if it's true, see if you can take time to actually explain or write out why it's true. This will continue to deepen your understanding of the material and see if you're just recognizing what's in the question or if you're actually understanding why it's true versus why it's false. So I think those are some really helpful tips. If you haven't, please go visit the information that Dr. Temple has posted. He's providing you with a lot of material. He's providing you with a study guide basically, and I really hope you guys can make use of that. If you need any information from me, I'm always an email away. I'm available for video conferencing or calls if you need anything for class material or just for personal reasons. So I hope that you guys can utilize the information that's been given to you, and I hope you guys do well on your exam. So good luck, and I hope to hear from you guys very soon.